The sky turns black as a storm tears through a quiet town, ripping roofs from houses and sending debris flying like missiles. A towering waterspout rises from the ocean, its swirling power leaving onlookers frozen in awe. In another corner of the world, floodwaters surge into streets, swallowing cars and homes in seconds. These are not scenes from a movie, but real moments when nature unleashed its full fury. What would you do if you found yourself in the middle of such chaos? 1. Roof blown away in Cranj, 2022. Think of seeing 102 kilometers per hour, winds tearing roofs off buildings. That's exactly what happened in Cranj in August 2022. Luckily, quick evacuation efforts ensured no one was harmed. The storm left houses exposed, debris flying, and locals shaken. Watching that kind of power up close would be absolutely terrifying, wouldn't it? This event is a stark reminder of nature's unpredictability. 2. The Papa Dimitriou factory, Tornado, Greece. Tornadoes are scary enough, but imagine one ripping through a factory. In Greece, the Papa Dimitriou factory faced just that. Thankfully, everyone inside managed to escape without injury. While the tornado caused significant damage, it spared lives. It's incredible how people can find safety even when chaos strikes. Watching that must have felt like being in the middle of a disaster movie. 3rd EF4 tornado in Indiana, 2012. An EF4 tornado tearing through Indiana turned a school into rubble in March of 2012. The destruction was immense, but what made this event unforgettable were the cameras capturing every second of the chaos. Can you imagine being there? The resilience of the community afterward was remarkable. This disaster shows how strong people can be when faced with nature's fury. 4. Tornado flipping trucks in Nebraska, 2024. Nebraska saw an EF4 tornado flipping semi-trucks on the highway in 2024. One dashcam video showed a truck being tossed like a toy. Miraculously, the driver walked away unharmed. How wild is that? Tornadoes are fascinating but frightening, and this event proves that even the sturdiest vehicles are no match for nature's strength. Five. Floodwaters sweep containers in Florida. Hurricane Helene brought winds up to 140 miles per hour, and Florida wasn't ready for the chaos. In Big Bend, floodwaters swept massive shipping containers downstream, crashing into a bridge. Imagine seeing those giants floating like paper boats. While property damage was extensive, no lives were lost thanks to timely warnings. Nature's force is both mesmerizing and scary, isn't it? 6. Ice break, flooding in Russia, 2016. Spring in Russia's taiga brings more than blooming flowers. In 2016, melting ice shattered into massive blocks, causing rivers to overflow and flood entire towns. People scrambled to save their homes, while the ice added a surreal and dangerous beauty to the scene. It's a reminder of how even seasonal changes can turn life upside down. 7. Flash floods in Zion National Park.
Right as we're leaving.
Zion National Park's Red Canyons are stunning, but flash floods can turn them into a nightmare. Tourists near a 300-foot waterfall suddenly face surging floodwaters, threatening their lives. Luckily, everyone escaped, but the terrifying rush of water shows how quickly things can change in nature. It's an experience no one would ever forget. 8. Huludao Sheep Pen. A sudden flood in Huludao, Liaoning, rushed into a sheep pen, threatening the helpless animals. Amazingly, all the sheep survived, leaving locals both relieved and astonished. Seeing nature spare these creatures, despite its destruction, is a rare moment of hope during disaster. It's a reminder to never underestimate nature or the resilience of life. Nine. Flooded streets of Yevpatoria, Crimea.
Пацаны, я столик бронировал у вас. Бронировали, есть места? Время, не знаю, не помню.
Imagine waking up to find your street turned into a river. That's what happened in Yevpatoria after a powerful storm caused a massive surge in sea levels. Cars floated, homes were inundated, and life came to a standstill. While it was a tough time for locals, the images captured remind us how fragile our control over nature really is. 10th rock slide predictions in Himachal Pradesh. In Himachal Pradesh, geologists predicted a rock slide and closed off roads just in time. Shortly after, massive rocks came crashing down, blocking paths but saving lives. Imagine being there and seeing the earth crumble before your eyes. This event highlights the importance of listening to experts and acting quickly when disaster looms. 11th, British Columbia landslide.
By a massive landslide are expected to reach the area today. The fast-flowing waters are forecast to raise river levels by about a meter in Hope.
2 boats narrowly escaped disaster when a landslide sent debris tumbling into British Columbia's waters. The dramatic footage shows just how close they were to being swallowed by nature's fury. Thankfully, the boaters acted fast and made it out safely. It's a stark reminder that even peaceful waterways can turn deadly in seconds. 12th mudslide in Lachai, Vietnam. Torrential rains in Lachai triggered a massive mudslide, burying roads and threatening villages. Thankfully, authorities took swift action, ensuring no one was caught in the disaster. Imagine watching a wall of mud slowly but surely consume everything in its path. This is nature at its rawest, and its power is both humbling and terrifying. 13. San Bernardino landslide. A landslide in San Bernardino blocked a key mountain road, leaving travelers stranded. Although no one was hurt, the large debris posed significant challenges for residents and cleanup crews. It's a reminder of how nature's forces can disrupt our lives in the blink of an eye, even without warning. 14. California's Devil Fire tornado forest fires are devastating, but when combined with strong winds, they create fire tornadoes, chaotic, spiraling infernos. California witnessed this fiery spectacle, with flames reaching terrifying heights. It's a phenomenon that feels more sci-fi than real life, but the heat and destruction it brings are all too real. 15. Volcanic eruption near Stromboli.
Oh, look! Oh, look!
Tourists hoping to capture the beauty of the Stromboli volcano got way more than they bargained for. As they filmed, the volcano erupted, spewing lava and ash into the sky. Their serene vacation turned into an action-packed scene straight out of a disaster movie. It's a thrilling yet sobering reminder of the raw power of Earth's core. 16th, Super Typhoon Jebi, 2018. In 2018, Japan faced the wrath of Super Typhoon Jebi, one of the strongest storms to hit the country in 25 years. With winds over 160 miles per hour, it caused massive flooding, destroyed infrastructure, and brought daily life to a standstill. But what's inspiring is Japan's resilience. From emergency evacuations to rapid recovery efforts, the nation showed how prepared communities can bounce back after such devastation. Seventeenth, hailstorm on a Chinese lake. Imagine hailstones the size of golf balls raining down with such force they destroy buildings. That's exactly what happened near a Chinese lake when an ice factory was completely obliterated. The sheer intensity of the storm was captured on camera, leaving onlookers stunned. It's a reminder that even something as small as hail can cause huge destruction under the right conditions. 18. Lightning in Florida. Milton storm Florida, the lightning capital of the U.S., saw a jaw-dropping light show during the Milton storm. The sky lit up with relentless strikes, creating a surreal yet dangerous scene. One particular bolt came dangerously close to residential areas, leaving witnesses in awe and fear. This storm was a vivid reminder of how powerful and unpredictable lightning can be in this electrifying state. 19th, Victoria Harbor waterspout, 2024. Hong Kong's Victoria Harbor became the stage for a breathtaking natural phenomenon in 2024, a towering waterspout. Rising hundreds of meters, this swirling column of water stunned tourists and locals alike. While its beauty was undeniable, the waterspout's raw power served as a reminder of the strength hidden beneath the sea's surface. Thankfully, it lasted only a few minutes, leaving behind unforgettable memories instead of disaster. 20. Close lightning strike in China. A bolt of lightning in China struck so close it sent shockwaves through the ground and shattered nerves. Witnesses described the blinding light and deafening thunder that followed. Luckily, no one was hurt, but it's a stark reminder of how dangerous lightning can be. Imagine being that close to nature's raw power. It's both terrifying and fascinating at the same time. 21st, Japan's 7.6 magnitude earthquake, 2011. Japan is no stranger to earthquakes, but the 2011 7.6 magnitude quake was unforgettable. It caused massive destruction and triggered a devastating tsunami, leaving thousands displaced. Entire towns were swept away, and lives were forever changed. What's remarkable is how Japan's people and infrastructure adapted, showcasing the strength and spirit of a nation prepared to rise above the chaos. 22nd, sinkhole in Nova Scotia. What started as a tiny pit in Nova Scotia grew into a massive sinkhole with a diameter of over 100 feet. It disrupted transportation, altered the landscape, and left residents on edge. Sinkholes are a reminder of how fragile the ground beneath us can be. Watching the earth give way so dramatically must have been a surreal and unsettling experience for those nearby. 23rd, Utah earthquake, 5.7 magnitude. Utah shook to its core when a 5.7 magnitude earthquake struck, sending shock waves through communities. Even seasoned newsroom employees felt the tremors and scrambled for safety as buildings swayed. It was the largest quake in the region in nearly 30 years, leaving residents with a renewed respect for the forces beneath their feet. Thankfully, no major injuries were reported. 24th Sakhalin snowstorm, Russia. Sakhalin, Russia, turned into a snowy nightmare after relentless storms buried homes under thick layers of snow. Residents woke up to windows completely blocked and streets unrecognizable. While the snow looked picturesque, the freezing temperatures and heavy drifts created real challenges for daily life. It's a reminder of how brutal winters can be in certain parts of the world. 25. Kansas Tornado Alley. Kansas lives up to its reputation as Tornado Alley, especially in the spring and summer. Ferocious twisters relentlessly sweep through the region, leaving trails of destruction. For storm chasers, it's a dream come true, but for locals, it's a terrifying reality. The unpredictable weather means you never know when a tornado might strike, turning calm skies into chaos within minutes. 26. Arctic cold wave. Warning: a rare stratospheric cold wave brought multicolored clouds to the Arctic skies. While the sight was stunning, it came with a serious warning about ozone layer depletion. These radiant hues might look like nature's art, but they signify a global environmental issue. It's both a beautiful and sobering reminder of the delicate balance we need to maintain to protect our planet. 27. Hurricane Christine in the Philippines. The Philippines faced Hurricane Christine, which brought devastating floods that submerged entire neighborhoods. While many possessions were destroyed, timely evacuations ensured no lives were lost. The resilience of the Filipino people shone through as they began rebuilding their homes and lives. The storm's aftermath highlighted the importance of disaster preparedness in regions prone to tropical storms. 28th. Storm Helena, North Carolina. North Carolina experienced Storm Helena's wrath with torrential rains and strong ocean swells battering the coast. The city of Asheville faced heavy flooding, leaving roads impassable and homes damaged. The storm also created massive waves, crashing into coastal properties. Helena reminded everyone of the sheer power of water and the need to respect and prepare for such natural events. 29th Typhoon, Soudelor, Taiwan. Typhoon Soudelor tore through Taiwan with winds so strong they turned cars into submarines and streets into rivers. The storm wreaked havoc on infrastructure, leaving areas unrecognizable. Yet amidst the chaos, stories of survival and community spirit emerged. This typhoon was a stark example of how unpredictable and destructive tropical cyclones can be. 30. Roman Dam saves Aragon. Nearly 2,000 years old, the Roman Dam in Aragon, Spain, stood tall against a modern-day flood. When rising waters threatened the region, this ancient structure acted as a guardian, saving lives and homes. It's incredible to think that something built during Emperor Augustus's reign could still protect people today. The dam is a testament to the engineering marvels of the past. 31st Dhaulagiri Range Avalanche. Monsoon rains can be both a blessing and a curse. In the Dhaulagiri Range, heavy rainfall triggered a deadly avalanche, sending tons of snow and debris cascading down the mountains. Entire paths were engulfed, leaving communities cut off and in fear. Watching such a massive force of nature would leave anyone awestruck and reminded of the fragile balance in high-altitude regions. 32nd, Spain's devastating flash floods, 2024. In October 2024, southeastern Spain experienced catastrophic flash floods. Cities like Valencia and Almeria turned into rivers as torrential rainfall caused overflowing rivers and swept away vehicles. Tragically, 95 lives were lost, including 4 children. Delayed flood warnings left residents scrambling for safety. It's hard to imagine such chaos, but it shows how quickly Mother Nature can turn everyday life upside down. 33rd, Boxing Day Tsunami Simulation, 2004. The Boxing Day tsunami of 2004 was one of the deadliest natural disasters in history, and its recreation through simulations is chilling. The event showed how the receding waterline turned into a massive, destructive 100-foot wave, wiping out entire coastal towns and claiming over 220,000 lives. This simulation serves as a stark reminder of how important early warnings and disaster awareness are for survival. Spain's waterspout tornado amid floods 2024. Amid Spain's severe flash floods in 2024, a rare waterspout tornado struck Isla Cristina. It uprooted trees, shattered windows, and injured 2 people. Imagine witnessing a swirling column of water tearing through an already flood-stricken area. The tornado added to the challenges of emergency responders, showing how multiple disasters can strike at once, leaving devastation in their wake. 35. Rescue operations in flooded Spain, 2024. Spain's devastating 2024 floods brought heroic stories of rescue. Emergency crews worked tirelessly, airlifting a baby and an elderly woman to safety in Valencia. The dramatic footage showed the resilience of both the rescuers and those affected. Watching such efforts restores faith in humanity, even amidst one of the worst disasters Spain has ever faced. 36. Terrifying landslide in Japan. Japan, prone to landslides, experienced a massive one that was captured on camera. The earth gave way, swallowing everything in its path, including roads and homes. Witnessing the ground collapse like that is surreal and terrifying. It's a stark reminder of how vulnerable mountainous regions are, especially after heavy rains or earthquakes. 37. Hurricane Katrina's destruction, 2005. Hurricane Katrina left New Orleans and surrounding areas unrecognizable. The storm caused widespread flooding, with homes and entire neighborhoods submerged. The destruction was so severe that it took years to rebuild. Videos of people stranded on rooftops and levees breaking are heartbreaking reminders of the storm's impact and the importance of disaster preparedness in coastal areas. 38th Mount Street, Helens eruption, 1980. When Mount St. Helens erupted in 1980, the world watched in awe. Dramatic footage captured the pyroclastic flows, massive ash clouds, and the devastating aftermath. Entire forests were flattened and landscapes were forever changed. It remains one of the most iconic volcanic eruptions in U.S. history, showing the sheer power of the Earth's core. 39th, Nepal earthquake, 2015. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck Nepal in 2015, toppling buildings and historic sites while leaving devastation in its wake. Footage captured people scrambling for safety as the ground shook violently. The loss of life and property was immense, but Nepal's resilience and global aid highlighted the strength of humanity during such times of tragedy. 40. Australian bushfires, 2019 to 2020. The Australian bushfires of 2019 to 2020 were apocalyptic, with flames consuming millions of acres. Videos of blazing skies, displaced wildlife, and firefighters battling the inferno captivated the world. The sheer intensity of the fires showed how climate change can exacerbate natural disasters, making them deadlier and harder to control. #41. Haiti earthquake, 2010. Haiti's 2010 earthquake was devastating, with a magnitude of 7.0 leveling homes and infrastructure. Videos of collapsed buildings and frantic rescue efforts revealed the magnitude of the tragedy. Over 200,000 lives were lost, and the country faced an immense struggle to rebuild. It remains a heartbreaking example of how unpreparedness can magnify disaster impacts. 42nd, Philippines Typhoon Haiyan 2013. Typhoon Haiyan, one of the strongest tropical cyclones ever recorded, struck the Philippines in 2013. Footage of storm surges engulfing towns and homes being swept away was both terrifying and humbling. With thousands of lives lost and communities destroyed, the storm highlighted the need for better preparation and infrastructure in typhoon-prone areas. 43rd, California Wildfires 2018. California's Camp Fire in 2018 was a harrowing example of how wildfires can destroy entire communities. Paradise, a small town, was reduced to ashes within hours. Videos showed walls of flames consuming everything in their path, leaving behind a haunting silence. The fire emphasized the dangers of drought and the importance of fire safety measures. 44th Indian Ocean Tsunami 2004.
I know, I can see it. That wave is a good 15, 20 feet tall.
The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami is unforgettable. Amateur videos captured the calm before the disaster as waters receded, only to return as massive waves. Entire villages were swept away, and the loss of life was staggering. It's a chilling reminder of the need for early warning systems in coastal regions worldwide. 45th, Moore, Oklahoma Tornado, 2013. The EF5 tornado that struck Moore, Oklahoma, in 2013 left a trail of destruction. Videos showed the massive funnel cloud tearing through homes and schools. The sheer power of the storm was awe-inspiring and terrifying, but the resilience of the community afterward was equally remarkable. 46. Italy's Mount Etna. Eruption Mount Etna, Europe's most active volcano, has erupted many times, but each event is a spectacle. Lava flows lighting up the night sky, and ash clouds covering nearby towns were captured on camera. It's a reminder of how volcanic activity can be both fascinating and disruptive for those living nearby. '47. Pakistan floods, 2010. Pakistan's 2010 floods were catastrophic, submerging 1/5 of the country and displacing millions. Videos showed villages underwater and desperate residents clinging to makeshift rafts. The floods highlighted the devastating effects of poor drainage systems and climate change in vulnerable regions. 48. Chile earthquake and tsunami, 2010. Chile's 8.8 magnitude earthquake in 2010 triggered a tsunami that swept through coastal areas. Footage showed massive waves destroying homes and infrastructure. While the disaster was devastating, Chile's quick response and earthquake preparedness minimized the loss of life, setting a global example. 49th. Iceland's Eyjafjallajökull eruption, 2010. The 2010 eruption of Eyjafjallajökull disrupted air travel across Europe as ash clouds filled the skies. Videos of the ash plume and molten lava highlighted the raw beauty of the event. It was a stark reminder of how volcanic activity can ripple through global systems, even far from the eruption site. 50. Thailand floods, 2011. In 2011, Thailand faced record-breaking floods that left cities submerged for months. Videos showed people navigating streets by boat and communities coming together to support one another. The disaster emphasized the need for better urban planning and flood management to combat such large-scale events. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.